off of about 140 plays, somewhere in there, 135, 140 play scrimmage. I thought we punted the ball well. I thought we, Starsick made 5 out of 6 from all over the place. On his field goals, we kicked off well. Our special teams looked good. Offense started hot with ones versus twos. I think they scored 3 times in that 15-play series. 2 offense scored on the 1 defense, and then the 1 defense pretty much started playing a lot better after that. We had high red area, low red area, 3rd down, and then we had 2 15-play in a row racks between 1 versus 2, 1 versus 1, and so on down. We came out pretty injury-free. Polska possibly has a high ankle injury. Really had 2 guys that didn't play today. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Had 2 guys that didn't play today that probably could have played on a Saturday with Cam Ball and Rodney Hill, a couple of AC sprains there that aren't bad. Like I said, I think both of them could have played today if needed. We elected to hold them until Monday. Penalty-wise, we were really good. I think we had 8 penalties between the 3 different groups, and 140 plays. That's most of them were some type of hold in the secondary, and it wasn't any specific guy. There was one kind of a piece. Offensively, didn't really have offside penalties or anything that ran well. We've got to snap the ball a little bit better. But other than that, it was a pretty clean scrimmage, and we got a lot of work in. So I'll take questions.
Yeah, Coach, curious how Taylor did today, how he managed the offense.
Well, he threw 1, 2, ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. He threw 5 or 6 touchdowns. He threw the ball really well, accurate. Ran the offense, controlled, like a second-year guy, probably that's ready to go. Should, 2-minute drill. We didn't offensively. We didn't get down there and kick a field goal with either one of the offensive groups, so that was good on the defense side of it. But other than that particular scenario, I thought, Taylor did a really, really good job. And, I'm not saying that part was his fault either. I'm just saying, we need to move the ball down there and be able to score in that 2-minute time. We weren't able to, and that's a good job by the defense.
Anybody on defense and offense just have a really standout, remarkable game today?
Mike Washington. Got a 62-yard touchdown, maybe second play of the game. Then he came back, rushed 1 for about 4 yards, had a 40-yard touchdown run. It's pretty good. And obviously the line's doing a good job and all that too, but Mike stood out to me. Now, there's some other things here in the wide receiver. I thought Omega Blake had his best day. He caught a couple touchdown passes. I thought he had his best day. Sharp showed up today a little bit, catching the football. Braylon had a touchdown or 2, ran hard behind his pads. But for the most part, I thought the offensive line protected pretty good. It's a lot of reps, obviously, to protect, but we expect them to protect every time. But Platt showed up, got a touchdown pass, a 20-yard touchdown pass. But the one that was Mike Washington. He was outstanding.
I was interested. You kind of mentioned pass pro right then, but did you see a substantial improvement made? And then the first pass defense, the rush as well. What'd you see?
I felt Quincy and I felt Boone. I felt both those guys on pass rushing. Ian Griffard pushed the pocket a lot today. The quarterback had to, move a little bit, not outside of it, but had to move around him because he had some depth in there as well. What was the other question? I'm sorry.
Pass protection.
Yeah, I didn't notice, we cut T. Will loose. He could run whatever he wanted to, and didn't have many mistakes. And I thought our backs and our tight ends stepped up there and were physical and blocked well. And I think our quarterbacks are comfortable back there. Very seldom did Talon have to break the pocket or KJ have to break the pocket. It was more stepping up and all those things. So, yeah, if I had a problem with the protection, I probably would have mentioned it real early, because that's one that we certainly we needed to clean up and had to get the right guys to do it, but also had to know who to block. And I think we've cleaned that up quite a bit since a year ago.
You didn't mention turnovers anyway, so you're pretty close to turnover free, or?
We really were. None. The only turnover we had that I can remember, am I right, Kyle, with the ones and twos, is one interception, right, by Kenai Walker, is what I can remember right off the bat. We had a couple fumbles with the threes.
All right, and then you cut practice maybe 30 minutes short yesterday. I'm wondering, is that indicative that you were pleased with the first week, or wanted to take a little bit off of them for today? What's the big picture from the first week?
I'm blaming Pat Doherty for that. I'll be perfectly honest with you. On paper, you're right, it was cut 30 minutes. Now, most of that reason was because we had a scrimmage today. But no, next week is, you have a certain number of spiders, full pads, shells. Next week we'll have 2 of those spider practices, and which yesterday was. So normally they don't go quite as long as before, but we purposely, actually, we had it cut down 30 minutes and the practice finished a little faster than that even, because the kids were really transitioning good. I like where we're at right now. We've got a lot to work on, and our kids understand that, but next week will be a couple of spiders, a couple of fulls, 1 shell, and then another scrimmage.
Obviously, Coach, you got a lot of competition at the cornerback spot. Did anybody stand out there? What did you see from the secondary overall?
No, I thought early we didn't cover very well. And then I thought after the first couple of racks we got better. Third down, I thought we were better. Kenai Walker, like I said, he picked a pass. I felt Julian Neal out there. I thought he played well. Jaheim Singletary, but those guys, along with Davila and Bridges, they're kind of still in a battle. Julian missed a little practice because of a hamstring, so it's good to get him back yesterday and today. But we've got to get better because we had too many big plays out there.
You've praised the offensive line, but I'm curious, what specifically did you see from that right side where another competition with, Kobe, Shaq, Keyshawn?
So besides Shaq and Emarian, the rest of the line played all with the ones. You're looking at Kobe across with Kittler and Junior and Corey. But we played kind of equal ones with Shaq and Emarian. The defense had a lot of twist games had a lot of single blitzes, had up the middle type cross dogs, whatever. And I thought the left side played well together. I think that's a good side, Corey and Junior. It was good to have Kittler back. And we got him back yesterday. Cash Courtney's coming on, man. He's a good player as a freshman. But I don't know if I answered your question, but I felt like they played well. I didn't feel a lot of heat over there. And Quincy's usually, a lot of times on Corey, and that's a good matchup because I think Quincy Rhodes is a good pass rusher.
Colby was in here yesterday saying that Mike Washington in practice the other day, one of the first few plays, breaks out for a run. He just did it again today. What is it about Mike that makes him so successful so fast?
Well, he's really good. He's fast. He can break tackles. He seems to set up blocks well. But he seems like he can run forever. Catch the ball. He can run. Yeah, the first play of live tackle in the year, he goes to the house on a little stretch play. He can make you miss. He's an all-around guy. You know, he's a good player, and he's super fast.
I've seen Bradshaw with the ones and fastball a few days this week. Just what'd you see out of your linebacker room as a whole?
He was in there, and he's a good player too. But he was in there because Sorey had a hamstring. But he's in there also because he deserves to be in there. He's a good player, and we felt that way about him last year, and he's continued to move on and move. I tell you, a guy that has come on at linebacker is Andrew Harris. I mean, good player, physical guy, can run. He's moved up to 1 on every special team, obviously besides field goal, but he's moving up to depth chart. I like Trent Whalen too, but I really think Andrew's moving up big time. I think he'll play a ton of ball on defense for us as well, as Brad.
From that group, what'd you like from them today? Where's improvement?
Ran well, tackled well. They ran well, tackled well. If you look at some of Mike's runs, it wasn't necessarily missed tackles. It was really well blocked, and we're not fitting right from the secondary. But other than, I think we tackled pretty good. I wasn't disappointed in that part of it, and those linebackers tackled well.
Coach, other than Quincy Rhodes and Kim Ball, how many do you feel good about on the defensive line?
Bone, Danny Saleh, I like both those guys. Oki's a guy that we got to come on. I mean, he has to come on, and he's working at it. And we've got those 3: Ball, Ian, and Danny. And then I really like Justice Boone. Boone's handled a spot for us. He really has. And then Quincy. And then, Charlie and them guys, they're getting better. They're coming on. But I'd say you've got Quincy and Boone right now are ahead of that. And we've got to get Frank Molopoli had some good plays today. He's got to come on. We need his help at defensive end.